In this interview, we hear from Chris Craig, founder of The Tax Firm, where he helps high-income individuals lower their taxes. And in this interview, we hear how he was able to add an extra $200,000 to his firm in less than 60 days. So let's dive into the interview, and if you're interested in getting help, make sure to click the button down below and apply to work with us. Let's dive in. What's up, everyone? Daniel here with Wealthy Clients, and we have a very special guest, a little bit unique to the people I normally have on here for my client spotlight interviews. Today we have Chris Craig with The Tax Firm. Chris, welcome on.
Hey, thank you for having me, Daniel.
So tell everybody a little bit about yourself, your business, and what you do.
Well, my business is tax planning, just like, thousands of others out there, but I have a little bit of an edge. I also have a tiny home dealership. So about 3 years ago, I discovered how, high income earners can buy tiny homes for leveraged tax deductions. I'm a real estate guy. So, I have rental property, I have land, I've done development, I've built spec homes. I've done distressed real estate. I've done probably 250 bankruptcy, Chapter 11 bankruptcy cases, not from my own account, but I've probably 210 for clients and 40 of my own LLC bankruptcies, because there's a strategy there for leveraging paper losses on over-encumbered real estate through the bankruptcy court. That's kind of more my firm. It's small. I only have about 200 clients, but I don't really want to get bigger than that. I don't have VAs. I do everything myself. Typically in my firm is people hire me to talk to me. They don't want to talk to a subordinate. So I've hired people before, I can't get the same work quality that I put out. So if I keep it small, hey, I don't need to be a billionaire. That's not my, aspiration. I just need to be comfortable.
When you came to us, what was the problem that you had prior to engaging our services?
My problem is I've always survived in business on referrals, which is a very good thing. And I had no real marketing. I've never done a paid for marketing like your service to get everything dialed in. And I can say I'm 150% pleased with everything you guys have been doing, because my calendar literally stays booked. Yesterday I had 8 appointments. The day before that was 8 appointments. Ad spend we're spending a couple grand a month, and it's my calendar's booked. That's all I can say. And it's a good problem to have.
So with all of the marketing agencies out there, everybody coming on saying they're going to guarantee you, $1 million, why did you choose to partner with us specifically over any other company?
I think after watching a lot of your explanation videos from a marketing agency, you had a better grasp on what tax planners and tax firms and accountants do. I think there was your top 5 video. You kind of put out, this is the top 5 things not to do. And that made a lot of sense. And I was like, this guy knows what he's talking about. This guy's, plus you've done some marketing for some of the higher profile folks that are out there.
So was there anything in particular about our service that really helped you out?
I think it's just the whole process. Your onboarding was smooth. The cost is reasonable. There's guys like, there's some bigger name. Look, when you look at and I'm not going to mention his names, but they're all over the internet with lawsuits right now for fucking over their clients, taking money in, put you on a podcast, saying we're going to build out your whole marketing funnel, and they just don't deliver, and they're getting $25,000 and $50,000 for this. It's just like when you see attorneys on billboards, that doesn't mean they're good attorneys.
Best known beats best, right?
That's right.
As a result of working together and implementing the strategies, what was the outcome?
Outcome so far, now my sales cycle is about 2 to 4 weeks. So this week I'm sending out 7 or 8 contracts. I got to send out 2 more contracts this morning. I have to go back through my leads because I know I got to do some follow-up to about 8 more people that were like, yes, I'm pretty sure I want to do this. They want me to follow up back with them. And honestly, because I've been booked my calendar, even I'm doing appointments on Saturdays too for half a day. And I've had some people just say, this is not for me. And I'm like, that's fine. I don't care. Next.
Yeah.
It's a numbers game, folks. It's purely a numbers game.
So how has this changed and impacted your life and your business since we
Hey, at
started?
the end of the day, it's money in my bank account, so it's impactful, right? The more money I'm making, the more advertising, and then it works two ways. As Daniel's performing from on my end, he retains me as a client, so I'm income on his plate too. It's a vice versa. So, yeah, I mean, as long as those appointments stay booked, and look, I only need to close. Really, I can close one deal a month, and that's good. That's all I need. But I'm closing, I think, 8 of them this week. I mean, that could cover me for the next 2 years. I'll probably boost up my advertising budget to get more. Then I got 2 sales guys, so I can start getting some filtration and I don't know. Can I handle that many more appointments? I mean, most of my appointments I do 30 minutes, but they usually run 45.
Yeah. Yeah, because what's the minimum that you sell these packages?
Well, we do fractional, so minimum $25,000, they can get a fractional interest.
Yeah.
And then the full purchase price for one is 125 grand.
And we only send you people with 125K liquid, so.
Right. But some of those people have the liquid. And then when I talk about like, okay, let's look at your taxable income, they're like, we have 600, 700,000. I was like, well, you don't have, if you want to spend the full 125, that's fine. You'll have carryover, but you're only going to need, I can just sell you a half of one today, then a half of one tomorrow for next year. And so you don't have to spend more money than you actually need to. Because I always say cash is king. I don't know what's going to economically happen in the world a month from now. Today things are good, but we don't know what tomorrow is going to look like. So as long as you can preserve your cash, the better off you are. And people are like, thanks for that. But yeah, okay, let's just do a half of one then. I'm like, perfect.
So you're saying worst case scenario with the minimum 25K, you're looking at least 200K from the 8 deals.
Oh yeah, much more than that. But yeah, minimum 200K, correct.
Pretty sure you have our highest performing ROI. I mean, I want to say you're getting like a 25 or 30x to 1 ROI, which, disclaimer, probably not going to happen for most of the people that's watching this right now. Where do you feel like you'd be right now if you didn't take action and partner with us?
I'd be still stuck where I was last year, but now it's different. Yeah, the outlook's much different for me now.
If there's anyone watching this right now that's on the fence, either about, just hopping on that first call to learn more about what we offer, or maybe they're on the fence about engaging us, what would you say to that person?
You got to take action. Like if you're trying to increase your revenue, it's not going to come to you. Look, God ain't going to send you the people. It's just not going to happen. You're going to have to do something. My recommendation is hire Daniel to do your social media marketing. If you're embarrassed because, you got a scar here on your face, you know what? That's just more street credibility. Aha. You just have to get out there. Social media and marketing today is so TikTok-ish, Instagram and Meta, Facebook. That's just where it's at today. I blew $5,000 one week for doing TV ads for another one of my businesses. And they're like, oh, do you want to run again? It takes about 3 weeks before you start seeing anything. I go, I just spent $5,500 with you and we didn't even get one phone call.
Oh.
I was like, so my Meta stuff doing great. I'll just stick with that and spend more there. Our world works around social media today. I mean, even, you go to the coffee shop and you look at the guy, I'm 50 years old. You look at the guy that's 60 years old, he's scrolling. They're scrolling.
Yeah.
That's where we're at. So
Yeah.
you got to take action, at least get a discovery call with Daniel and see what he'll figure something out for you.
I want to touch on one more thing because you mentioned it. A lot of people don't think that their ideal clients are on Facebook, right? They think that it's just people scrolling, but that's how you came to me, right? And that's how all your clients are coming to you as well. So can you touch a little bit on in terms of the quality of leads that you guys are seeing from the campaign on Facebook?
Let me tell you, a guy reached out to me through the campaign. Okay, probably it would be my highest net worth client that I would have. He owns over $200 million in real estate, free and clear. And he has about $15 million a year in rental income.
Mm.
You never know. It's just, and you have to probe in your call. You got to ask these sometimes tough and intrusive questions.
Yeah. Well, Chris, thanks so much for hopping on here. It has been a pleasure per usual. Any last words before we wrap up?
Hire Daniel. It's been a godsend to me. So when I say pray, when I'm praying to the Lord and praying to God, I found him on Facebook as my angel. That was the messenger.
Awesome. Well, Chris, thanks so much for hopping on here, man. It's a pleasure as usual.
All right. And thanks for all your hard work and your team, what you're doing on the back end for me. It's changing. It's life changing.
Yes, sir. Thanks for checking out the interview with Chris. If you're interested in what this could look like for your firm and a potential partnership with our agency, wealthyclients.com, then click the link down below and fill out an application on the next page to see if you qualify.